Hello. Well, it is finally done. Alexandre Lacazette is an Arsenal player. We knew it was coming. We knew it was around the corner, but it's confirmed now. He's undergone his medical. He's signed the dotted line, and the club have announced the agreement for him to join this summer. A big signing, a club record signing. It's going to be fascinating seeing how he gets on next season. I think there are likely to be three big striker signings in the Premier League next season. Lacazette will be one. I think Romelu Lukaku's like to go to Chelsea, and Alvaro Morata will probably turn up at Manchester United. And ultimately, I guess his success will be gauged in comparison to those players. When I look at those players, when I look at the price tag, when I look at Lacazette's record, I think Arsenal may have done very, very well here. What he provides is proven goals. We know Arsene Wenger has been tracking him a long time. I saw Julien Laurens on the BBC saying that Gilles Grimandi first watched Lacazette when he was 16 years old, 10 years ago. And we've really bided our time over this one. We've waited for him to develop, to mature. Lacazette had goals he set for himself in Lyon, playing in the new stadium, reaching 100 league goals. He's done all those things. He's ready now for a move. And actually, although he was planning to go to Atletico Madrid, that kiboshed obviously by the transfer ban, that may pan out well for us because he'll have such a point to prove. I think he'll be so frustrated and disappointed that Atletico move didn't come off that I think he'll be determined to put things right and make a huge impact in the Premier League. And what he offers, I think effectively he's a speedier Danny Welbeck. I see people criticising his goal record. Sorry, I say speedier, more clinical is probably fairer to say. I see people criticising his goal record, saying so many of those goals are penalties. Well, that's only necessarily been true in the last year or so. He scored a lot of penalties last season. I think it was 10 or 11. But prior to that, he scored plenty of goals not from the spot. And also, I think the fact that he's good at penalty kicks is an indication that he's someone with very good technique, with very good composure. Ask yourself this: would you trust Danny Welbeck with a penalty? I really like Danny Welbeck. I'm not sure I would. And the reason that Lacazette is so successful is because he has some of those attributes, those ruthless attributes that Welbeck sometimes lacks. So he should bring goals. He tends to score between 25 to 30 goals a season. If you add that to what we have already, it's tremendous. We've got a shortfall on Chelsea in terms of the goals we scored in the Premier League. If we can keep Alexis Sanchez and add Lacazette's goals, then that's a fantastic attacking cocktail to put together for next season. So much rides, of course, on the Chilean and what ends up happening with him. But I think the other thing about this business is that we've got it done early. Arsenal have moved fast. They could have waited. They could have seen how other dominoes fell. They could have held out for Kylian Mbappe, perhaps, even though there's a very slim chance of that deal coming off. But instead, they saw a deal and a player of quality that they could get for a good price. They went and they did it. Lacazette is now an Arsenal player. He will join up with the squad for pre-season training. He will settle. He will find a property. He will grow accustomed to living in London or outside London, depending on where he is. He'll get used to knowing Arsene Wenger, his teammates, and when the season kicks off, he will be ready. He will be ready. Unlike last season when we didn't have Mustafi on the opening day, we didn't have Lucas Perez. We will have these players good to go. Lacazette is one. Kolasinac is another. He's already training, and he looks like an absolute monster of a guy. Huge, and I can't wait to see him play. I think amidst all the talk about Lacazette, it's forgotten. We've also got a player from the Bundesliga team of the season coming in. That is two players making an immediate upgrade on our first team options. But delighted to get Lacazette over the line. I have to say, if you said to me now, that's the end of our business. We've got Lacazette and we're keeping Ozil, we're keeping Giroud, we're keeping Alexis. I'd probably take it. I think in likelihood we're going to lose a bunch of players, potentially squad players, hopefully no one too important. And I think there will be more incoming business too. But what a good start we've made. A lot of people seem a little bit reluctant to celebrate that, wondering if there's bad news around the corner. Not me. Really pleased to see Lacazette in. Fantastic news. Welcome to Arsenal. Cheers. Do subscribe, guys. Thank you very much.